Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 here with another retro review. Today we're going to be looking at the Transformers Prime weaponizer leader class Optimus Prime. So I got this guy secondhand off of eBay, and he's definitely a cool figure. I mean, he is definitely a gimmicky figure. He's definitely got some flaws or shortcomings regarding that, but overall I think he's a cool toy. Yeah, mine has some loose hips, but fortunately not so loose that he falls over. Let's start by taking a look at him. We get some nice blue accents here and some yellows for these lights. Do have some silver and transparent blue for the windshields. Very nice head sculpt. Then it has that faceplate I love so much. Get some silver and some dark grays here. Some white plastic, or more of a gray for the feet. Some nice deep reds. Come back here and we have some silvers for those smokestacks. He does have quite a backpack, but again, that is partially due to his gimmickiness. But yeah, I like the entire top of the truck is just hanging out on his back here. So actually, I'm gonna try and bring this up a little bit. But speaking of his gimmick, if you push this button right here on his hip, these will pop up and there are gears to make them spin. So that's cool. I might have to look into tightening those hips up, because pretty sure they're just old friction joints. Again, this is an older toy. Got it secondhand. He does come with a blaster, which can just, as he squats again, slide into his hand here. And honestly, it's kind of tiny compared to the rest of him, but it doesn't look horrible, but it does look more like a large handgun than the rifle it really is supposed to be. But it is what it is. And if you want to put these gimmick bits back, you just lift them up and push them down, pull it down with this, and just move this move it in towards his waist to lock it in if it doesn't do it already. But there's that. The gun can store, ironically, like here on his shoulder, if you want to do that. And it can store here, but that's more for vehicle mode. We'll get to that in a little bit. Before I forget, I did get his instructions. So there's that. And it's the older style with a very nice, clear, white, and colored pieces. Much easier to understand than the current ones that are, fully colored. Makes it easier to tell what it's pointing out. And we'll go over articulation real quick. So we do have some movement at the shoulder pads. His head is, I think, on a ball joint. No, I think it's on a set of hinges. Doesn't seem to have any wiggly side to side, but still get a decent movement. We do get 360 at the shoulders. We do get a bicep swivel. We get about 90 degrees at the elbow, maybe a hair more. We do get full wrist rotation. The legs can kick that far forward and not that far back because the thigh starts colliding. His arms can go out this far. He does have, I did not realize those were ratchets. Does have ratchets there, so you get a nice splits, and he can, I assume, hold that, although it'd be kind of hard to pose him doing a kick because his pre-slanted, non-tilting feet. But there is that. No waist rotation due to all the gimmicky bits. Knee is also on a ratchet, and we get slightly over 90, which is cool. And technically you do get some up and down at the toe, but that's for transformation more so than anything else. But yeah, he's more of a, you know, well, a gimmick figure, but he feels more like he's for display at this point, you know, partially due to age, than he would be for, you know, extreme posing. But, you know, back in the day when this was new, yeah, I think it probably would have been great for kids. But we'll do a quick little size comparison here. If he'll stand up straight. Where are you? Here he is with the APC Toys Attack Prime. So he's got quite a bit of height on him. He's a big boy. So there's that. And here's with APC Dark Master Megatron. So there's that. And we'll do one more. Here he is with APC Cliff Jumper. So there's that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy transformed. So we're going to bring his legs together and plug them in. There's a couple of different tabs. And we're going to flip these feet down. Next we're going to, let's bring this up a little bit again. Open these chest windows and fold this whole head assembly down. And we're going to come back here and unpeg these shoulder pieces and rotate them back. Unpeg and rotate them back. Then, legs have gone back a little bit too far. When we want to, come here to this, and then we're going to engage the elbow at 90 degrees and wrap this around. And there is a slot right here on the gray that'll go onto this tab right here. Just slot and tab. And get that. Yep, that's probably going to happen more than once. Come on. Oop, sorry about that. And we'll just rinse and repeat with the other side. Right. And you do want to make sure that these shoulder pads are folded all the way down. Probably should have mentioned that sooner. But there we got that. And then we're going to bring these down, and I do believe the arms tab in somewhere. Yeah, these tabs here on the bottom of the arms, right here and right here, will peg into slot and slot. And what I like to do is rotate these hands so that they sit more flush. So, put those there. Make sure everything's all lined up. There we go. Get that plugged in. And just kind of fold these in, and they will sort of plug together here in the middle. Then we take this whole assembly on the top, and we're going to rotate these out to the side. Bring this whole assembly, well, we should probably separate that from the grill. And we rotate these outwards. Rotate these outwards. That'll form the sides of the truck. And we just bring that down over all of that. Bring it down into place. Then these will fold down, and this little tab will go into this little slot right here, like so. Fold it down, plug it in, and then finally we'll bring this whole grill down on this armature, bring it down and under, and plug it all in here in the front. There's a few things, and you're gonna at least as far as mine goes, there's a little bit of wiggling around to get this little gap to fit over that armature piece. but usually doesn't give me too much trouble. Alright, and there we have him in his truck mode. Woo! And it's a decent truck mode, all things considered, given it does have Type 2 and Type 1 VHS. Very visible lots of things syndrome. I mean, it is more of a gimmick toy, so, you know, that is just something to be aware of. But it's not terrible. And it rolls pretty solidly. This'll, yeah. This wheel doesn't seem to want to roll. Yeah, these middle ones don't seem to want to grip. But it still rolls very nicely. If I move the camera down the rest of the way. There's that. And as mentioned, you can take the gun and just plug it into any of these ports here, 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 and here. And you can pew 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 as you drive along. And speaking of pew pew pewing, if you bring the gun, yep, well, way to spoil the surprise. Get back in there. Yep. Yeah, if you fold the grill down like so, and you push this button up here, ka-chow, that will do that too. And to bring it back, you can just, you know, pull this back. For some reason this doesn't let you lock it into place, but it does let you eject it from truck mode on top. But there is that. And for one more quick size comparison, here is with an official Voyager Prime Optimus Prime that I have. I think this is the Arms Micron version or whatever. It came with a big like mech tech gun, but I don't remember where I left that. It's in my accessory bin. But you can see he's a pretty chunky boy. And here he is with missing links. So yeah, he's a pretty big boy. But yeah, overall I think it was a worthwhile purchase. It cost me around the same price as a current leader, so I don't think I went too overboard with that. And I do enjoy this figure. I mean, the only real issue I have, in all honesty, is that his leg joints are a little loose, because I kind of knew what I was getting into beforehand, and you know, I had heard that he was a solid toy, and honestly I do enjoy him. I think he's cool. So yeah, if you get a chance to pick one of these up somewhere, I'd say go for it. Especially if you can get, you know, a complete version, which pretty much the only accessory you have to worry about is this gun, because everything else is, you know, attached. So, but yeah, overall, I really do enjoy this figure, and I'm happy I decided to go pick him up. But that's about it for this retro review, so this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.